Welcome everyone. I hope you are all enjoying Odoo experience and that you already attended a lot of fantastic talks. My name is Thomas Deleval and I work at Odoo since a couple of months. And I'm the product owner of the logistics apps, which includes inventory and manufacturing. Today we are going to talk about how we can get an efficient manufacturing process with our work order tablet view. If you have questions about this during this presentation, don't hesitate to ask in the chat, or we will answer them in a Q&A session at the end of the presentation. Well, as you can imagine, we are going to talk about the manufacturing app, which is one of the greatest apps in Odoo, and that's where all the magic happens. In a manufacturing company, managers want to focus on quality and costs. Quality, they want to ensure that the products are all the same, with the same quality, the same fabrication, and that the manufacturing of this product is constant, the time is constant, and the cost is constant as well. Workers on their side, their focus is more on manufacturing and only manufacturing. They want to know what they have to do, how they have to do it, when and where they have to do it. And their focus is less on reporting, because reporting is quite boring, paperwork, nobody likes that, especially workers. We are going to work with the work centers in Odoo, and let's check it out how Odoo manufacturing answers needs from managers and workers. For workers, Odoo manufacturing offers a very neat interface, easy to use. This is really important because workers, if they have something complex to use, they won't use it well or won't use it at all, or lose time, precious time using it. And also they need an interface that can be understood very quickly by temporary workers also. What they need as well is to have very clear instructions, especially if you join a company. You don't want to ask anybody how to do some stuff. You want to have a clear instruction that anybody can access. It's also important to know for the workers what they have to do and when. And so they will have a nice overview about what has been done, when it has been done, and this information can be shared easily and is shared actually with the management. And what as well they need is to report less. With Odoo manufacturing, you can say goodbye to this old paperwork that you have to fill in after the production of each item you produce. On a manager's side, what is important and what we offer in Odoo is the ability to collect and process information in real time. Information can be time spent per operation, quantity produced, quality alerts. All these things are reported in Odoo in real time, and you don't need any synchronization between several software to get this information. You can also easily find the bottlenecks in the production process. For per cost centers, you can really easily find the quality alerts on components of your bill of material. You can see why production is blocked on some work centers, like for instance for missing material or machinery that is broken. You also have a clear overview on the whole production process. You can see, just as the worker, what has been done, what is planned, or you can replan stuff, prioritize some work orders or manufacturing orders. And very important, all the reporting that you always, as a manager, has to ask at every worker, did you fill in your reporting. This is done. Reporting is automated at its maximum, and as the timer, every production is timed with the timer, you can easily track the production cost. And finally, you can focus on quality by setting quality control points during the fabrication, and you can also track serial numbers and lot numbers of your components and finished products. The setup for these work centers is very easy in Odoo. With just a couple of clicks, you can create work centers. So you can create work centers. Work centers are, as we said, basically a place where you perform some manufacturing operation like assembling or painting or drilling, whatever. Then on the bill of material of your finished product, you can set the operations that have to be performed on the different work centers, and on this operation you can attach a worksheet that will be normally in the past it was a paper. Now it's directly in the tablet view, so the worker can see very easily what he has to do. And he can easily navigate between the different pages of these instructions. And finally, you can set, if you want to set control points, the control points are instructions that you give on the tablet view for the workers. So it's it can be scanning serial numbers of components, it can be taking pictures, it can be making a measurement or fail pass test, or just additional instructions that you want to define inside the production process. And after that, you are already done for your setup. But you can add an extra bonus point on this to boost literally the production of your products by using smart devices. You can use smart devices to take measures. For instance, if you have a quality control of the weight or the size of an item, you can just connect a smart scale on it. For this, you need to have the IoT application and the extra hardware that Odoo provides as well, which is the Odoo IoT box. With this IoT box is actually a small box on which you can connect any kind of device, which is wired or wireless, Bluetooth, wireless, both works. And these devices are diverse. It can be a camera, as I said, a scale, a keyboard, thermometer, whatever. And when you are finished on setting up these devices in the IoT application, you can use these devices in the different control points of your operations. For instance, you can connect a smart camera on the control point of taking a picture of something, and then when you take a picture with this camera, it will be uploaded automatically. You don't have to take a picture, then take your memory card and upload it manually in Odoo, which is time consuming. You can also use IoT device to create some triggers on the tablet view. You can it can be done with a keyboard. For instance, you put some shortcuts to perform certain operations like printing label or taking a measure, or it can be also a pedal in some companies that is very useful, or even a barcode scanner. And now it's time for demo. In this demo, First, I will show you the setup. So my company is building some tables and other furniture, and I will show you first the setup of one of my most famous products, which is a table. And afterwards, I will show you how a worker with very simple instructions from his management, like, okay, you are new here, go at this the assembly line and just follow the instruction and build a table. Just as easy as that. Let me show you that. So here I am in my demo database. I will show you first my setup. I will find the bill of material of my famous table. So it's actually very basic. It's just a tabletop, 4 legs, 4 bolts and 10 screws. And the operation happens only on the assembly line. So I just have to assemble, no painting, no whatever, just assembling stuff. And during this assembly, I have 7 steps to perform. They are all listed here. Those are all quality control points. I see that I have different type of quality control points, like registering consumed materials, some specific instructions that should be followed, a pass-fail test about the quality of a component, then a measurement of an angle, some instructions for attaching the table legs, and I have to print label at the end with the serial number of my table. So I can have a look at the operation itself. With an operation, you always have a worksheet attached on it. It can be a PDF, but it can be also a Google slide, which is quite convenient because it's just a link that you have to provide in the operation. And this slide can be updated at any time. So if there are some information missing in the worksheet, you don't have to reprint or regenerate PDF, re-upload it. You just have to make your change in Google Slide and you are already done. You can also set the default duration of the operation. Here is set on 60 minutes, so it's the supposed time that it takes to produce my table. But I can also make this duration automatic, so it will be computed in real time based on an average time that it takes to build the table. And this occurs on the assembly line 1. And you can see this is the setup of my work center assembly line, where I can define the cost per hour, but I have also a set of information about efficiency and capacity. I can also set up some time before production or after production, like for setup and cleaning, basically. From the work center, I can also track the performance, the load on the work centers, and the lost hours. Lost hours can happen when you have a blocked work center due to missing material or issue with machinery, for instance. So let's imagine now that I'm the manager of this company and there is a new temporary worker coming to perform some operation because my usual worker is sick for a long time and I need somebody. And I don't have time to explain him what he has to do, and other workers, they don't have time as well. They are very busy at performing all the tasks. My instruction is just as simple. Go to assembly line 1, go on the tablet, it's on. you will see, you just have to click on the work orders, you pick a work order, here I have one, produce one table, okay, let's start. So I'm new here, I don't know the company, but I can build a table basically, but I need special instruction. So here I am, I start building my table. First thing I have to do, it asks me, please enter the table head serial number. So I pick the table head that is prepared by the inventory manager, and I take the serial number. Oh, okay, I see it's the number 9. I validate. Okay, next thing, it says me, you pay attention, you use the new SRX 679 screwdriver. Okay, I have the good one. Next. Okay, now I have to check the fastenings are in good condition. That seems okay. For me, it passed. Then I have to measure the angle formed by the 2 adjacent wooden panels at the bottom left-hand corner. Okay, sounds cool. So I take my my measurer, but that can be done as well with a smart device. So I enter the measure. Okay, I validate 90 degrees. And then I have instruction on how to attach the legs. Okay. Okay, next I have to register the lot number for my legs. So I have 4 in this lot. Validate. Then I have to print label, but first thing I forgot to do is to add the new serial number for my table. You can see that I have a timer that is registering the time spent. That can be paused, for instance, if you need to take a break. You have also a menu where you can set some alerts, so blocking the work center because of something not machinery broken or whatever reason. You can scrap material if, let's say, one table leg is defect. You can just scrap it and send it to the bin and take another one. Then, or you can add a component. So if you think a component is missing in the bill of material, you can add an extra component, or you can raise a quality alert on one of the components. So I'm done with this. Let's print the labels. Okay, so here I have my label that is printed, but as I said, I can also connect an IoT printer to print this on a sticker. Okay, I register the last component, so the bolts and the screws. Okay, I'm done, mark as done, and close manufacturing order. I'm done. So easy, with just a few instructions from people, I can start working. So, as you've seen, it's just super convenient. No time loss, very easy. So, to conclude, I hope you enjoyed this presentation, demonstration, and I hope you are now convinced how the tablet view and also combined with the IoT can help you to gain a lot of time and efficiency in your company. So that's it for this presentation. I will just finish by showing up a little bit what we did in V14. We did actually a lot of things in V14, especially redizing and revamping a lot of screens. Among that, and also we did some improvement, like we improved the bill of material operation setup. You can now link quality checks with several products, which was not possible in the past. We improved the planning visibility. It's now possible to add extra components in your fabrication while you are producing, and we did way more than that. Here you have some other stuff we did, but we did way more than that. And Thank you, but stay tuned because we are going to start our Q&A session.
Welcome everyone, and good evening to everyone. Welcome to the Q&A of this talk. I hope everyone is having a lovely Odoo experience so far. My name is Alexander and I'll be the interviewer of this Q&A, and with me is Thomas, the presenter of the talk. First of all, thank you, Thomas, for your interesting talk and being here to answer some of the questions. I'll suggest we dive straight into the questions in the chatter. We have a few. One of the first questions was if you can tell us a bit more about the changes that have been done in the V14, specifically regarding the work centers and the operations.
Well, we didn't change a lot in the tablet view, but the setup of all these things is way more easier than in the past. So you don't have a root on the bill of material. It's just a new tab in the bill of material, just the side of the component, where you can describe all the operations that have to be done at each work center. And from this, you can see the view of all steps that you have in your operation. Also on control points, it's now possible to assign a control point to several bill of materials, so it's easier as well. But we did a lot to improve the usability of
the usability. Okay,
yeah.
Okay, great. Another question coming directly from the chat. Is it possible in the V14 to allocate multiple workers to a work order for planning purposes?
No, for V14 it's not possible, but that's something we plan to do in the next version.
All right, good. Let's see in the chat if we have any other questions. And I can see here one question. Is there something for production planning or shifts / maintenance in this V14 version?
Not that I know. As I said, I joined Odoo a couple of months ago, so I am not sure about that. So I don't think we changed something about that.
Okay. Well, we didn't change anything, but we always have the Gantt chart that we have available where people can plan. You can group per work center or you can group by employee. So using the Gantt chart, they can definitely plan. So there is, if I can say so, there is a tool available, but it's not new to the V14.
No.
Okay. All right. Then let's have a look. We had another interesting question from Stinger. He asked, would it be great to not only have the PDF to attach to the operation as a work instruction or Google Slides, but also a video that can be played once the operation needs to happen, and we play the video and people can see the steps in the video?
Well, indeed, at this stage, it's not possible. I didn't test it yet, but maybe it's possible to embed videos in Google Slides. If it's not possible, that's something very interesting for the future. Indeed.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Something we can definitely have a look at. I can also see that Ray, who was joining us in the chat, also linked to a forum. Maybe there's some interesting ideas, but certainly having a video, I think, can be very interesting as well, next to the PDFs and the Google Slides, which you already have available. Okay. Let's have a look if there's any remaining questions in the chat. I can see Celeste, who is asking about the quality management modules. However, can you be a bit more precise, Celeste, about your question? And for all of the other people, don't hesitate to use the chat and to use this moment to ask all of the questions that you have to Thomas right now.
Well, yeah, for this, it's a bit off topic. So
it's a bit off topic. So
that's something I can't answer for the moment.
Yeah. All right. So Celeste, there certainly will be some talks about quality management. So for this talk, let's keep it on topic. For the rest, I don't see any questions coming in. So I guess if there's no other questions, Okay, here we have one question of Oscar. Oscar is asking us, does the material consumption allows to return material to the floor warehouse?
Yes, you can return it directly to the floor warehouse. Not sure about that. Maybe I see that Arnold is in the chat. Maybe he can help me on this because he's one of our developers. So, but I know you can scrap material,
Yeah,
but returning.
So yeah, certainly the scrapping is available. The returning of the goods is a good question. What I've known, I think it would be possible maybe by discontinuing with the production order and simply canceling it.
Yeah,
could be a possibility.
But then it's an unbilled operation.
Yeah,
so.
Indeed. Okay. Let's have the final question because we're running out of time. I'll leave it up to you, Thomas, the question of Bath or the question of Martinez. Is there one of the two who you can give an answer to?
Yeah. So what happens if you block a work center, you mean? If you block a work center, it's not considered wasted time. It's just a work center that is blocked and cannot work anymore. So it's you can have that in the report how much the work center is blocked, but it's not wasted time. It's not computed in the productivity of the work center, as far as I know.
All right, perfect, clear. So there you have your answer. Unfortunately, we're running out of time, so we'll have to end the Q&A right here. Thank you everyone for joining us during this Q&A, during this talk. Thomas, also thank you a lot for the talk itself and for all of the answers.
You're welcome.
I want to wish everyone who is here at the Odoo Experience a lovely afternoon. The final talks are scheduled for this afternoon, so be sure to tune in. And then, yeah, that's it. Have a nice day and enjoy the rest of the experience.